Great. Welcome to our February Mastery Monday. We're coming into February with a bang. I don't think this year is going to be anything short of just constant constant movement opening. We've had several solar flares go off in the last 24 hours with a massive spot, just like so massive it could be seen from Mars. And they're thinking some X flares are going to be coming off of that towards us. So we're getting activated. I was up till after 1 in the morning. I don't know if any of you were, how it was for you. So much coming through. Uh, so welcome everyone to Mastery Monday. For those of you who know how it rolls, I'm so appreciative that you keep showing up. And for those of you who are new to Mastery Monday, what I'll do is I'll start with a nice opening meditation like we like to do. And I'll share a bit on the subject of surrendering into our truth. Surrendering. And then we will go into a little meditation and have some shares at the end. So we'll be here for about an hour. Yeah, yeah. You're up till 4, Charmaine. Oh yeah. All right. So let's start with just taking a deep breath in. With that deep breath, just noticing how our energy feels. How our energy feels right now. What may be present for us. And if you feel yourself kind of opened up and expanded and whew, really feeling it, or if you're just kind of feeling centered, or if there's some tension or tiredness, just notice. Just notice with your breath and welcome yourself with your breath to center into your body. So just asking your body in this moment, where can I center my energy? Where is a good space within my body to call my energy into, to get centered and present, grounded, and connected, and allowing all of this energy to stabilize. And just notice where that is. Good. Mhm. As we create a center point between all of us and where we are on this planet right now, and all that are on the replay, to create a nice, centered, grounded pillar of energy to support all of us. And as you are deep breathing into your body, welcoming yourself here to this moment, letting your shoulders drop and your face relax and feeling yourself in your seat. Just saying yes to this moment, yes to yourself in this moment. Filling your belly with breath, opening your chest, and exhaling out anything that can just be exhaled out, even if it's just to feel more relaxed into your seat. Calling in that energy even more from your energy body. So just welcoming your energy body to fill with this breath, and on the exhale, is welcoming a beautiful white light around the outer edges of your energy body to bring all of your energy back to yourself from anywhere that it might have been before this moment and anywhere that it may be going after this moment together. Releasing any and all cords and any and all energies that are no longer needed here for this moment. Sending anyone else's, any places, any things, energy back to itself, calling all of your energy back to you. Calling that white light into the center channel of your body. Welcoming a beautiful column of light from the top of your head down to the root of your body, below your spine, coccyx there, base, the root. where you can call all of your energy into to flow as it flows, welcoming it to flow all the way down into the earth center, the crystalline heart of earth. Just resting here. With gratitude for this breath, for this life, for this space of connection. Gratitude for the body, this experience. Welcoming all that is possible for the highest good of your alignment and harmony within body, mind, heart, and soul to bring forth its wisdom through your higher self, the highest frequency that is ready to be embodied and opened up in our experience today. We welcome all the lands that we're upon to connect with this beautiful, white, pure light, pure love, pure unity, and neutrality throughout the whole planet, throughout the whole living nerve system of Earth and our own. That we continually recognize our harmony and unity in our center. As we open up this channel of energy from breathing it up from the earth through the bottoms of our feet and up through the center channel, welcoming it up all the way up through the body, all the way up through the sun, the center of the sun and the central sun and source, knowing our unity as one. And letting that cascade down around the body, nice donut or bubble of light. Letting that flow down at the center of the earth and back up through the body. Taking a deep breath through your heart. Letting this flow of energy continue as needed at a pace that works for you. We welcome all of our guides in the highest form to be present. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Taking a deep breath in and allowing yourself to come to this space. And when you open your eyes, just remembering to open from that center point, that center space from within. So you continue to feel what it's like to stay in this centered, grounded, clear space. So, as I was tuning into Mastery Monday and all that's been coming through since we crossed the new year and we're opening up into all these levels of ourself that's coming alive, whether it's just the inspirations, the visions, the healings, the clearings, the all the things that are happening on this planet, everything is really just coming alive for us to really get into what you might call the straight and narrow of ourself, right? The direct route, the direct route to what's coming alive for us. And that takes surrendering into our truth, right? Because when our truth is speaking and when our truth is arising, it creates the inspiration and it creates that knowing, and then it also creates a tension, right? And we may feel that tension differently. It might just be like, ooh, I'm feeling that coming alive. It's like that surface tension that's rising up through the body, that's wanting to come through the surface, and that's pushing everything to the surface with it, that needs to shift before we can really step into and be and embody what that vision, what that truth, what that knowing really is, right? And so there's that surface tension, and I'm just feeling a lot of that in the field right now, that surface tension of like, what's next, what's coming, what's happening. And as we're all still integrating some of the things that have already taken place since the beginning of this year, right? So there's this tension that keeps pushing us, keeps elevating, keeps asking us to show up, right? Keeps asking us to get clear, keeps asking us to, stay steady and strong and firm in what we're choosing and what we're focusing on and how we're moving in our lives. And in this moment of receiving all of these codes right now through the solar flares, and always remembering that we're not always at effect, right? Because we're the ones that are also creating it. The more we're stepping up and we're shining out from our inner sun, the more there's that relationship, right? And that direct relationship, that direct reflection of like, okay, you're ready for more. Okay. so as we're ready for more, more is gonna come, right? And you may not, some people are like, whoa, I'm not ready. I'm still trying to figure out what just happened, right? But remember that we've created the invitation. We're constantly creating that invitation by just saying, yes, I want to know my purpose, or I want to know my soul, or I want to know myself, or I want to heal this, or I want to step into that. If you're constantly focusing on that, you're constantly opening the doorway to the invitation for that energy to show up. And sometimes that energy may show up in ways that feel uncomfortable. And that's why we have the gift of surrender. Right? That's why we have the gift of surrender. The gift of surrender is that space where we can just go, all right, I asked for it. It's showing up this way. Whatever way it is, can I accept that and be with that, and surrendering into that truth and integrating, you know, what it is that we chose, what it is that we're choosing by what we're focusing on, and meeting it with what's arising, right? That may seem like that's not exactly what I wanted, or, ooh, this program's coming up because that's what's in the way, or this physical symptom is coming up, or this, whatever it is. That gift of surrender is the place where we come into that center place. We come into that free place. We come into that place where of trust, right? So surrender also takes that trust. Surrender also takes that willingness. Surrender also takes that bravery and courage and strength to rest into, to let what's coming alive for us to embrace us, right? And let the mind, let the thoughts, let the identity, let the ego have the back seat for a moment. And just feeling that sense of floating, or that sense of soaring, or that sense of wow, I'm just going to let the energies carry me. And I was thinking about that because when I went outside earlier, as I was getting ready for this, we have a sunny, beautiful day, blue skies, and it's just been rainy and cloudy for a few days. So it's just like, I'm going to go stand on the ground and just breathe with the sun and the clear skies and sun. We were out there, and we were looking up, and it's like, look, it's a hawk, and two red-tailed hawks just circled above our heads, just right, not far above our heads, just circling over, on the airstream. And I was just giving gratitude and saying thank you. And, we were just watching them and just being, and then I just felt this energy just drop in of just such connection. And right when it dropped in, it was like, oh, they flew off. And I was like, okay, whatever needed to happen, happened. See you later. So, it's kind of like that moment, and that moment where you can feel you just drop into yourself, right? You just kind of, okay, I'll take whatever's coming, I'll greet whatever's coming, whatever this is, with gratitude, with connection. And so that surrender really takes that mindset of whatever is present is taking me somewhere. It wouldn't be showing up, right? If it's taking me somewhere, maybe inside, or maybe, somewhere that's external, but it's taking me somewhere. Can I trust in that? I trust in where it's taking me. I trust in where it's taking me. Whether it's a headache, 'cause I know people have been mentioning they're having headaches, or if it's, something that is twisting our emotions up or bringing stuff up, or whatever it is. It's taking me somewhere. Where is it taking me? What's showing up here? What's on the other side of this, or what's in this? And then if I meet this, what's on the other side of it? That's that deep surrender. That's the truth that's coming alive, right? Because sometimes we forget that even in a challenge, there's truth, right? Because you may think, oh, I don't want to have those thoughts, or because that doesn't feel good. But what's the truth in that? Do you really feel that way? And why? Right? Like if you're angry at somebody or judging somebody or judging yourself, what's the truth in that? Because there's got to be some truth in it, or else you wouldn't be having it. It wouldn't be happening. Right? And the truth doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong or negative. The truth is just, wow, that awareness allows us to see what our belief systems are. And that's what's happening right now. It's just like, we're going to keep nailing this one until we're going to keep blasting that one. It's kind of like the tower card in the, tarot, however you say it. And where it says, it's going to keep blasting that mindset or that ego or that identity until it crumbles, and you get to meditate with it, and you get to sit with it, and you get to be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to let this wash away, let this cleanse, let this move, right? And let those deeper truths keep arising and keep arising and keep arising. And so as we're noticing this right now, it's like there's a facing off right now. And I'm watching this in the outer realms as well as the inner realms. Whenever we have, war on the planet, there's wars going up out there. It's just the as above, so below. And there's a lot of facing off on all these different levels through the galactic, intergalactic realms. As much as that's happening, there's also the ones that are like coming together and trying to harmonize and work with the energies, right? So there's all of this going on. So just notice that you may have it all going on in yourself too, right? You're having that, oh, I feel so great. Things are opening up and expanding, but oh man, there's also that inner struggle or inner battle, and it's like, whoo, we're moving with all of it right now. And there's like this center point that's happening. And when I'm even watching it in these facings offs on this planet, there's this center point that's being held. That's like, okay, we're dancing around this center point. We're dancing around, we're warring, we're battling, whatever it is, we're harmonizing around this center point. Just keep moving with it. Because the more we move with it, from that place of recognizing that that center point is being held, and it's always been held and it's always there within us, that's the surrender into that point, right? That's the surrender into that point within, that's always present, has always been there, will be forever and ever. So it's kind of like when we get caught up in what's actually happening or the disgruntledness or whatever, going, yep, I'm dancing around the center point right now with this because I'm not in the center. I'm kind of off over here having some challenge, or I'm off over here like blissed out and I'm not in my center, but I'm just like, wow, like kind of way out there, So it's going, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back and surrender into the center, surrender into that truth. It's constantly building our foundation. It's going, pulling ourselves back, and going, okay, I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch it rather than getting caught up in it. I'm just going to watch it. I'm just going to watch it. And that's the power of our awareness. That's the power of our awareness. And so that's what we're going to do today in our meditation. We're going to watch it. We're going to step in. We're going to step in and see where there's our parts of us going, whoo, 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 get into that center point and to surrender into that space, surrender into that center point, surrender into that truth, so we can let whatever it is that's opening up and coming alive for us, maybe in the most wonderful of ways, or the thing that's like really got us in a bind, or the things that are, opening up, with possible physical symptoms right now, just surrender into that experience. So Yeah, we're going to have some fun. And so in that process, we'll start, we'll be integrating through that, the codes that are coming in right now, because the codes are really amplifying what I'm watching. What I've been watching is these like crystalline spirals, like coming up through the earth. It's been happening for a couple of weeks or so, and just spiraling and spiraling and spiraling to like creating these vortexes to be like, okay, whatever needs to cleanse and purge out, we're going to just hold this space for it to move, for it to move. And with that, the DNA right now, with the spiral of the DNA, it's kind of going, okay, well, we're going to step off these cycles, right? Because of the 10 rungs and the way they kind of flip and create a 360, and that the way the spiral is, it's like there's the 10 rungs and then it kind of wraps around itself. And it's like the wheel of life, right? The 10, the constant wheel, the samsara, right? So we're being asked to step off a lot of these wheels, that we've been repeating. And with that, the DNA is going, okay, great. We're going to create a new pattern. We're going to plug in these new codes. So we'll work with that today as we surrender and open, welcome in the coding of the new that we're embodying. And I was going to do this in the beginning, but I'll do it now real quick before we go into the meditation. But and I realize this is soon after Mastering Monday, but I'm going to be doing a dragon meditation this Friday because the dragons, as we know, are speaking, and I've been wanting to do it for a while, and it's perfect timing. It is perfect timing for it with the Dragon New Year. So we're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep with the dragons and the cosmic energy and the origin and the origin codes, and meeting and or diving deeper into your connection and communication with your own inner dragon. So that's going to be fun. So let's just to bring that awareness in, because I can feel them very present, but we're going to deepen that experience on Friday. They're just like, hey, remember us. So that will be a gifted meditation to be able to join, but I appreciate 11:30. It's going to be the same time today. That is today for Friday. But replay will go out if you can't make it live. But it's that space right now where, as I kind of said, I believe I said this in an email or someplace, but I remember putting it out somewhere, where what's happening right now, as the more we're remembering and embodying our truth, the truth that just always has been through source, right? We get to step over, and we're like kind of creating that bridge to what's new. So we're taking the unity of the source realm that's always in existence, but we're remembering again, right? And coming into our wholeness again, to bridge into what's new, so that what's in between, right, gets dissolved. And so that's what's happening. So it's not as if we're like stepping on the same cycle that we originally created. We're going, oh, we're just going to use that template because it was so pure and so pristine to bridge us to this new pristine template that we're creating, right? So we're going to be working with that on Friday. So let's go in today and let's notice where our surface tension is, maybe where we're facing off a little bit with ourselves, with the world, or we're embodying something brand new, and just keep surrendering into that clarity, that openness, that space. So let's take a deep breath in. I'm going to go right in. So with this, just allowing yourself to find that space again, and maybe you're still in it, that centered space of your body, of yourself, where you're really feeling and and you connect to your center, to your wholeness, to your, yeah, good. your being, allowing that source energy of yourself to support. Yeah, and I'm welcoming in what we call the quantum love sanctuary. It's that kind of 0 point space where all and everything and more than anything that we could imagine exists of ourself and our soul to surround us. Ooh. As we're activating and moving with this potential energy, that we allow it to open and move us into the greater depths of our coherence, the greater depths of our resonance of self. We're just taking some more deep breaths in as we welcome ourselves to be surrounded in a beautiful, seeing this beautiful rainbow light, iridescent light flowing in around in the gold energy around our bodies for us to remember ourselves, for us to remember the full spectrum of our creativity, of our embodiment, of our soul. And as we welcome in this full spectrum creativity of ourself, we welcome in the gift of life. We welcome in the gift of source. We welcome in the gift of our pure love. We welcome in the gift of all that we've seen and felt and heard that is leading us into this most immaculate moment of the truth that is arising for us more and more and more. The truth of wholeness, the truth of our embodiment, the truth of ourself being here in this life. The strengthening, and then just breathing into that and just saying hello to yourself and all that has been arising and coming alive for you with such gratitude, such love and openness, and the invitation to yourself to open to this more and more. The invitation for your mind and your heart and your soul to say yes, say yes, say yes to you and all your guidance. And then, even with those things that are arising that may feel uncomfortable, may feel uncomfortable, whether it's thoughts or patterns or behaviors of other people or things that you're seeing in the world or physical things that are arising, patterns, beliefs, all of those things, just recognizing them as also a gateway to something that is greater for you. With gratitude, just as much as possible, just meeting those places with gratitude. As we allow the frequency of gratitude to flow through, flow through, flow through. And the frequency of surrender. And the frequency of surrender. We welcome that. And finding that space within your body that's open to what's coming alive for you. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe it's your solar plexus. Maybe it's your whole expanded body. It's that place that's been saying, okay, I'm ready. Yes, I'm stepping in, allowing, and opening. Letting that expand and open, letting that expand and open. Ooh, good. Ah. And then into that space, welcoming the points of challenge, whether it's a physical thing, a mental, emotional thing, just welcoming it into that space and opening and deep surrender, the possibility of the two meeting and allowing a greater shift within. Ah, good. Not dissolving here. So just naming what it is to yourself, naming what it is that you're inviting this energy to meet and greet and dissolve. Letting that deep truth of knowing embrace, embrace, embrace. And that pressure and that tension and the space in between, just taking a deep breath and letting this, whew, breathing into it, breathing into that tension, welcoming that tension to arise more to the surface. So it can shift out the body, shift out the mind, letting the tension go. Yeah, and I'm seeing guides coming in if needed, just very clear, pure beings just to support you. If you're needing some support, just welcoming, yeah, good. Welcoming them to support the frequency of your body, of this shift, of this opening. Feeling that depth of truth, speaking that truth to yourself. Ooh, truth of what's coming alive for you, what you're knowing, what's being shown to you in any way that it's showing up, whether it's hearing it or seeing it or feeling it, the opportunities are arising, just notice, welcoming, welcoming the feeling of that truth to meet the feeling or the thought of that truth to meet the thought of the challenge. Right there and stand in the center of it, and inviting the two to meet. Standing in the center of them, inviting the two to meet. And as you let the two meet, just noticing that tension, that opening, that flow, the dissolving, the pressure, the friction, the heat of your creative energy right now. Allowing, allowing, allowing. Taking a deep breath. If there's any tension, just letting free. Allowing, going to bring in a beautiful, soft, flowing energy here to Meet any of that tension, just feeling the tension maybe where you may be feeling it. I'm just noticing it in the field, within the gut, within the back of the shoulders, within the heart. I'm just going to bring some energy here too. So, if needed, just imagining a golden ball of light out in front of you and just surrendering all of the tension, all of the challenge, all of it into that goal. Yeah, good. Whew, just sending it all out. Mm. Recognizing what surrender means to you in this moment. What is the outcome for you of surrender? What's the possibility of surrender? Possibility that can take place from surrender. Witnessing oh, so much moving here, all your holdings and beliefs, challenges, good. And the divine child wanting to come in and play. And the divine child wanting to come in and play. The innocence, the curiosity, the openness. The one that just says yes to what's there. Oh, look, it's that. Oh, wow, check that out. Hmm, it's willing to see it, to meet it, to allow it. And just welcoming in the unity. I'm just seeing unity coming in with the subconscious, conscious minds to ooh, create that divine union within that happens in surrender into truth. As we are meeting those two places together in that center point, is recognizing the truth within the challenge, the truth that has led you to be able to open to the awareness of it, for you to be meeting and rising into this greater truth of yourself. Oh, good. This unity of self in this surrender center point of being. In this moment, just witnessing all the DNA moving as these cycles, and I'm just seeing the ancestral cycles, I'm seeing the galactic timeline cycles. Whew. All the truth of your moment, this in this moment, it's arising through the pure field of yourself. Mm. Meeting the truth of all that you've experienced up to this moment. Allow a new story, a new being, new experience to weave through the consciousness of your mind, to weave through the consciousness of your energy body, to weave through the consciousness of the physical body and the heart. Ooh, through the DNA opening, forming itself. These suns coming in, through every strand of DNA to mm, light up. Good. Light up and activate all that's available here. And sit for a moment, and we're just going to bring a waterfall of beautiful white golden light to flow down through from the top of the head all the way down through the center channel of the body, the rest of the body, and the energy body at a nice, slow, soothing pace. Nice, slow, soothing pace to allow the residual energies to be needed and greeted, transmuted, and to soften the experience of this truth that is calling you, embodying you, embracing, inviting you to integrate into staying a nice part of that waterfall of light going into the brain, neurotransmitters, as well as the vagus nerve and the stem. I'm seeing the stem cells really ooh, activating and coming alive right now too, to rejuvenate the body, heal the body. And through the nerves, ooh, we're welcoming in and soft energy around all of the nerves, the sheath of the fluid and the lipids that are around the nerves to like a soft warm blanket around all the nerves to calm the system, all the organs. Ah, it is all the cells in every part of the body taking on and welcoming this activation, this embodiment of self. Soft cascade of light to continue to flow down, all the way down through the body, through the feet, down the arms, and through the hands and the fingertips, and all the way down through the floor to the earth to allow earth to receive this healing and connection, as well as we just take a moment of stillness and silence to be in this radiant energy of our bodies and our souls and with earth and anything else that wants to receive us beyond and love and around us. this moment, speaking the truth to yourself within your mind, within your heart, that which is true to you in this moment to support you moving forward. Giving yourself the gift of your words of connection, support, affirmation. And feeling what arises in those words, the sensations in your body and your heart. And seeing them unfold within you, around you. Feeling your feet on the floor and your hands resting upon your body. And feeling the temperature of the air around you. Welcoming yourself here to this space. And as you're welcoming yourself here to this space, knowing as you open your eyes, whenever you're ready, that it is so. The world you see and feel is true with this truth, is alive with this truth, alive with this knowing. And all in your life, we welcome all in life to resonate with this truth within, as is. Ooh, that was powerful. Thank you, everyone. Ooh, yeah. Joe's like, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so that my computer started to overheat. So if you hear like a machine noise in the background, that's the computer like trying to cool itself down. I had to hold it up for a little bit to get some airflow because it has airflow, but I guess not enough with what we're moving through right now. Hi. Wow. Thank you, everyone. What a flow. What a powerhouse group we have here today, moving this energy. Thank you. So I'd love to hear anyone's experiences. You can put it in chat or comments on Facebook, or you can, if you have a question, you can raise your hand next to participants or chat, depending on where you're at on a phone or computer. And oh, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. But yeah, so I would love to hear from you. What happened there? What was going on? I have 3 hands raised already. All right, so let's go with Ray. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
That was a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I noticed that one of my challenges is holding my focus within, because I quickly skip myself and go into how can I share this with someone else, or insights coming through for other people, or so that was interesting to finally by the end get to a place of deep centeredness. Thank you. And I have a question, which is, I've been noticing today that my left eye is twitching, the lower left eye is twitching. And I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, or if you're seeing anything related to that, or.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you were able to feel the centeredness. first. Yeah. The eye twitching is something that I find happens really interesting when things are shifting. Like sometimes my eyeball will twitch or my things are twitching. So it almost is like what I'm sensing is something is moving through your system. And I'm also seeing it connected down to um, the other hip crosswise across the body, like that part of the body. And it's like there's just some opening that wants to happen there in the muscles and the tissue and that part of the pelvis and psoas area.
Mm,
It's just like so as we can recognize sometimes things are happening crossways, because the way the brain works is interesting with the unity of the brain that happened today. So um what I'm seeing is to just notice what I'm hearing is maybe where still you're not seeing something where you're crossing yourself.
mm,
There's the first one. And two, um, where are you not relaxing, that right side of the body, left side of the brain?
mm,
So where are you still trying to keep everything in structure and the right side's going, but I want to open, I want to flow, I want to, bring some fluidity into the motion, the hip, the center point of the body, and it's just going,
mm.
you know, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
super powerful. Thank you, everybody.
It's nice to see you. Yeah. Mm, beautiful. Yeah. So, yeah, Brenna, new beginning, refresh, surrender. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, Brenna. Charmaine, the energy was so powerful. My left hand got so hot, and then I could feel someone writing codes in the palm of my left hand. Wow. Nice. Still going on. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I'm seeing this beautiful galactic you sharing your codes with you. So you're speaking to yourself right now from this, and it's like a platinum. It's really beautiful energy. Like this is higher octave of yourself. Yeah, Teresa felt the depth and appreciate your heart that connected to mine. Wow, thank you. Aw. Joe, would you like to speak or ask a question?
Um, this is actually a comment, and it's from partly from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Me talking about the migraines and them
Uh-huh.
steadily getting more intense and more intense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with all those comments I made, this migraine's gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I need the support. A real interesting thing happened over the weekend, and where it came from, who it came from, I don't know, but I am intensely grateful. I have two compression fractures in my back,
Oh, okay.
and they started hurting a little bit. And for the first time in a number of years, I put on my back brace.
Mm,
Something real interesting happened. When my shoulders went back,
mm,
the first breath I took was like the deepest
mm,
breath I've taken in like how many years? And I went, well, now, if that's the case, no
mm.
wonder I've been having headaches.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
my whole body just went, yay!
Awesome.
Um, that was the first piece of it. And then I'm going, well, maybe I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, let my excitement die down a little bit. And then I ate and I could swallow 10 times better.
Nice. Yeah, you got to reposition your body to open up. Nice.
Yes.
Good message to put on
And
your face.
not a headache since.
Beautiful.
And the thing that's been on my mind, I'm almost giddy like a child. I'm waiting to see what that oxygen's going to do with the rest of my body that I haven't been
Mm.
aware of for
Yeah.
so many years.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
I'm like, I mentioned one
Mhm.
time last week about a fresh start. Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Joe. Celebrating you. Yay, fresh start, new beginnings. Yeah, it's amazing what can happen when our bodies get repositioned, huh? Or adjusted, right? And we don't even know. Stay in alignment.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
a little bit more to that that I'm going to share, and I was talking with somebody else over the weekend, and
Mhm.
we were talking about somebody else that was having that kind of pain, and they went, "Ah, well, that's a crutch," and I went, "Mine has been too.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was there for a reason."
Mhm. Thank you
And
for that,
I
Joe.
finally went, "Enough. I don't need that reason anymore."
Mm.
Boom, boom.
Oof. Yeah, good one. Yeah, isn't it incredible? You know what we thank you, Joe. I really appreciate you sharing that. Isn't it incredible what happens, when we recognize a shift and we're like, whoa, I was embedded in that belief or embedded in that physical symptom or embedded in that, thing because it was my story and it was keeping this, it was like, what was it serving? Right. And, I feel that happens a lot. And the more we come alive and awaken and shift, the alignment of our bodies, the alignment of everything as it adjusts, right? As it adjusts and it can take on, and we receive the messages of how to take care of it, so much energy opens up, right? So much energy opens up. And I recognize that a lot lately too with people because people are saying migraines and things happening. And I think, what's happening is our bodies, the intensity of how our bodies are being impacted by these frequencies. It's not used to this level, of awareness and frequency and consciousness moving through it at such a rapid pace over and over and over again. So it's like working out, working out and you're upping the weights and you're like, oh, I feel so sore after that or whatever it is, or your brain hurts when you're trying to, figure something out when you're trying to study something and understand it. It's like, it's it's trying to open up and it's reacting too, and so it's going, okay, how can we be in that connection with the body to allow that integration? And one of the pieces that I keep saying is inviting the body into it, just like we did today, that surrender, inviting the body into the experience, because what a lot of times the body just wants to go into reaction, or we go into reaction, right? Like if it's a trigger or somebody or something, we go into reaction and then we're like, resistance, so where that tension is, we invite ourselves, the energy into the tension so that everything can meet and come alive together and the body can then come into alignment. Or like Joe, we receive the guidance of what to do, right? Put on the back brace or go for a walk or stretch or sleep or whatever it is, eat this, don't eat that, whatever it is to support the physical body, right? So so it's with everything coming alive right now, we have this opportunity to learn more and more uh, how to navigate, how to navigate this through the surrender that we just did, right? Through the surrender, because there's truth. Like when I was saying there was truth in the challenge, there's always truth in the challenge. We wouldn't be having it if there wasn't a part of our truth in the challenge, right? So let's notice that. Let's start to remember that. Let's start to invite that truth that's within the challenge. So yeah, I need to transition in a few minutes. So Kathy, you can come on and then we can close up. Unless then someone else has a question, you can put it in chat. Go ahead, Kathy. Hi. You have to unmute yourself. Hi, Kathy, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Super meaningful for me today, Gigi. Thank you.
I got excited.
I can
um,
see. Hmm.
I noticed that distraction was coming up for me, and when you said when you end the meditation, I was moving with the I was standing in the water and feeling the tides going back and forth. So I dropped that distraction into the waves around my feet, and saw it pulling it back out and coming back in a little bit more and then pulling it back out. And it was well said that when you said that, to release it or to just flex with it or flow with it, and then eventually it clears out. And I'm going, whoa, this is really interesting. So we'll see how it does with the distractions in my emails and everything, and how people are responding. We'll see how that works out with the releasing and the slowly releasing and merging back and getting more till there's nothing there. So it'll be interesting to see what's not there anymore.
Yeah. It's so powerful when we can just let the flow happen instead of, it's kind of going when the tension is there or the distraction is there, it's always that awareness of the acknowledgement going, oh, okay, I'm aware of it. I acknowledge it. How do I want to meet it?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's just like that step-by-step process. So, I taught this 6-step process before where it was like, okay, let's become aware of it. Let's acknowledge it. Let's accept it. Let's, let it awaken us and let it enliven the embodiment, right? Because, if we can keep remembering how to keep meeting everything, sometimes there may be bigger gaps between those moments. Like, okay, I'm aware of it. I don't really necessarily want to acknowledge it right now, but I'm aware of it, right? But then when we're ready, we can directly talk to it. I acknowledge you. I see you. I feel you. Whatever is alive. And then it's going, oh, all right, how much of me can be an acceptance of this? How much of me is not an acceptance of this, right? And then keep processing, that part, and then going, oh, okay, how much am I willing to allow this to awaken something within me, to see the truth in all the parts of it, right?
Yeah.
And then how am I willing to just then let that drop in, right? And allow myself to open and be, and those things to heal and transmute and or come alive and embody whatever it is, so it's kind of allowing yourselves to go through that cycle so that with all the things that are arising, so that we can remember it, so then it becomes automatic, instead of like trying to go into resistance, because then when that tension arises, it's going, oh, right, okay, where's the communication?
Yeah, it just sort of just flows. It's flexible. And it eventually wears itself out.
It does. It does. It just like goes, oh, we don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to do that anymore. It just kind of like floats away. Like, and that's the power of the breath too, just to keep breathing in. Keep breathing with it. Keep breathing with it. Keep breathing with it. And then it's like, oh, the spaciousness opens up, and then it can have its way out, or in wherever it needs to go. Right. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate you. Yeah. There was someone else that had their hand raised earlier. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I have just like a few more moments. So yeah, Diamond Heart Sharmi, the divine child, so pure and innocent, and the waterfall became explosions of diamond rainbow light crystallizing all within. Ooh.
Yeah, Kristen. That was me who had my hand up, and I didn't
Oh,
want to keep
hi.
you at the time. So thank you for remembering. I'll be brief. That was so profound, just amazing. Thank you for being you and everyone here and just guiding us and leading us through that. And when you brought in the divine child, I felt teary, the play and the innocence, so beautiful. And then the waterfall was incredible. It turned into diamond rainbow crystals. And I share that vision in case anyone else can feel that. And it crystallized my brain and my third eye, my throat, like heart, lungs, everything, stomach, womb, all of the body became crystallized within. As you said, it slowly covered everything with this grace and love. And the last thing, the message was so powerful. I heard you are not alone ever. And the explosions of light that you are far greater than what you are seeing and feeling right now in this moment. So I
Oh,
share that with great love for everyone. Thank you so much, beautiful.
yeah.
I'm excited for our session, and I just wanted last thing to encourage everyone with your VIP, like the calls. This Unity consciousness event has been over the top in the most profound and challenging time. You've been live every day and bringing the most incredible people and information, and then now you're donating 10% to the Kogi and the incredible earth work and for all of us that Richard and his group are doing. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you feel it in your heart, the session with Kristen and those calls, and such an incredible gift to participate in purchasing those and contributing. If you feel it, listen to your heart. Don't wait. Do it. I'm going to be encouraging my
Aw,
friends and my partner too. So thank you, beautiful. Just thank you. Thank you, everyone.
thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Appreciate you and just the purity of what you're receiving and sharing and being and just yeah, makes me just want to give you a big hug. Big warm loving hug. Thank you.
Mwah.
Aw. Wow. Tears in my eyes. Yeah, so I really appreciate you and everyone here and everyone that's been, a part of the event and a part of everything. And it's just been incredible. It's just been a powerful movement of energy. I think for all of us in any way that we're experiencing it and participating in it in our lives. And so just really grateful. So I also wanted to share that I'm going to be through that, just this whole source embodiment codes came in that I'm going to be sharing as a 7-week journey to join with me on, and we're going to go deep into the body and the living consciousness of this planet and our bodies and souls as this unified experience. And I'm just really excited for it. And yeah, we have the closing ceremony tomorrow for the event as well. So, and our dragon meditation Friday, but there's a lot moving, there's a lot awakening, a lot coming alive. And so Sharma, you're asking me, how do you do this? It's like, just, we're in the stream, we're in the stream. We're just letting it flow and carry us. And that's what I want to encourage everyone, is just to keep letting yourself be carried, because you're carrying yourself too. So let's remember that, the higher parts of you, all the aspects of you that has been coming alive your whole life and all of your existence and all your timelines, everything has been carrying you along, right? Everything has been carrying you along, no matter how it's looked or how it's felt or what it's been. You've been so, and so I think that's the greatest, as we were talking about, the greatest gift of the surrender is remembering that, and to surrender into always being supported and carried along no matter what. So I love you all. I'm so grateful for you all being here. I'll be sending out that invitation for the dragon meditation. And so let's just take a moment of stillness here to have gratitude for what came through for us today, what came alive for us today, what's opening, what we're allowing. For everyone here that was present and everyone on the replay, that we get to keep moving and being, whether we're in movement or in stillness, and this remembrance of our truth, and the embodiment and the surrender into it to support us and strengthen us in every way, in every moment. So I love you all. May you go forth in your day with love and peace and harmony, and always love you all. Be well. And I wanted to say thank you for everyone who gifted for today too. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hope to see
Thank
you tomorrow.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Hope to see you tomorrow, either in the closing ceremony or on Friday for the meditation. Be well.
Thank you,
Yay. Thank you.
Kristen.
Thank you, Joe, Sharmini, Brenna, Rose.
Oh,
Love you all.
mwah. Love all. Mwah, mwah.
Carmen. Yeah. Elaine, thank you for being here.
Oh,
Elena, hi. Sheila, Teresa, Sarah, love you all.
love you.